Hello, welcome back to Holiday Greek or Picture Perfect Greek. A few weeks ago we had another episode where we were talking about Greek prefixes, little words that you put in front of other words in order to change their meaning or to change the way the word is used. And I got many comments from you saying that you would like another episode on this with even more prefixes. And this is it today. We are going to talk about even more prefixes that are very, very common, that are used all the time. And the nice thing is that when you know these prefixes, you can often guess what a word means, although perhaps you don't know the specific word, but if you know the prefix and you know the other half of the word, then you can put them together and often it is exactly what you expect. So let's go and look at the number of prefixes. Today we will talk about peri, pros, hypo, ana, is, ek, apo, and en. And if this sounds like a lot, don't worry, these are very simple, each one of them, and we will have them done in no time. So let's begin. First comes peri, which means around and about, and it also means concerning something, peri, and then you say some topic. And you know this from English words like perimeter, which means measuring around something, or periscope. Scope means to look, right? And the periscope is to look around, right? If you are in the submarine and you use the periscope to look around. And peri is very common in Greek. In front of grapho, for example, it would be perigrapho. I'm writing around something, and this means to describe, to describe, to write around the thing means to describe the thing. Boris na mu perigrápsis to spiti σου, for example, can you describe your house to me? And another everyday word is perimeno. Perimeno, meno means to stay put, to stay somewhere, and perimeno, to linger around, to stay around, and it means to wait, right? To wait, perimeno. The next word is pros. So pros in ancient Greek means towards or facing, and it implies adding something or moving in a specific direction. The adding comes from, putting something in front of something else, then you are adding them up. So pros meno, for example, meno, we just had it, means to stay somewhere, perimeno, to wait, but pros meno means to anticipate something, to wait for something, to await something, or to expect something. Another common everyday word is prostheto. Pros means again to add or put in front of, and theto means again to put something in place. So prostheto just means to add something in front of something else. Θέλω να προσθέσω λίγη ζάχαρη στον καφέ μου. I want to add a little sugar to my coffee. But also in mathematics, πρόσθεση is the addition. Πρέπει να προσπαθήσεις περισσότερο. Προσπαθώ means to try harder, to try. Next one is hypo. Hypo, hypo in English means under or below, and it comes again from ancient Greek, hypo, meaning under, and this is where in English you get, for example, hypothermia, which means under temperature, lower temperature than what it should be, or hypodermic. The hypodermic needle is an injection that you put under the skin, and derma is the skin, so hypodermic means under the skin. And if you put this together with grapho, for example, hypographo means to sign, because you are writing under the document, right? Underwriting. Underwriting even exists in English, right? Which for insurance, right? Which means to sign, essentially, to agree to a contract. Πού πρέπει να υπογράψω? Where do I need to sign? And you will also find things like υποφέρω or υπομονή. Υποφέρω means to suffer, υπομονή means to have patience. In both cases, the idea is that you are under something. If you are suffering from something that's bigger than you or higher than you, so you feel like you're under it, which causes you suffering, or hypomony, you are standing, you are waiting. Again, it's the meno, right? You are staying under something, having patience until it blows over. Anna is the next one, means up or back or again. It has all these different meanings. So it can be up, like anavasi, to walk up a mountain, or it can also mean back or again. And you see this in English in anatomy, for example, which means cutting up or cutting again. Tomi is the cut, so anatomy is the again cutting something up. Or analysis. Lysis means the loosening or the diluting, and so analysis is the solving again or loosening up again. And ana together with grapho gives you anagrapho, which means to state, to list, to write down on a label or on an official document. Itimi anagraphete stoputi. The price is written on the box, is stated on the box. And a very common everyday verb is anacalypto. Anacalypto, where calypto is to cover. This is where eucalyptus comes from, the tree, because it's covering very well. The U, the F in Greek, means well, so it's a well-covering tree. It has a lot of shade. And anacalypto means to uncover, to discover. Literally the same thing in English, right? To discover means to take away the cover and look at something that you have discovered. Or anapneo, where pneuma is the breath, anapneo means to breathe again. So to breathe, because breathing is thing that you do again and again, right? It's a periodic motion. So anapneo means to breathe. Next one is, which means in or into. And in everyday use, it's all kinds of things where the movement goes in somewhere, into something. So isago, for example, means to import or introduce. The ago is ancient Greek for to lead, to guide, to bring. And isago means to bring in, to lead in, to guide inside. And this means to import. And the opposite, of course, then is exago, to export. Η Ελλάδα εισάγει πολλά αυτοκίνητα. Greece is importing many cars. And you also know this from εισιτήριο. Εισιτήριο is literally the thing you need to go inside somewhere, the ticket that you need to get entrance, to gain entrance somewhere. Ex is the opposite of is. It means out of, to go out. And this is also in Latin the same with ex, right? So this is where in English you have words like exit or export, which are exactly the same like in Greek. Other examples, ekphrazo means to express, and phraso here is from phrase, right? Ekphrazo means to outphrase something, to express yourself by phrasing something outside of yourself. Ex ego means to explain. Exigo. Εξήγηση is the explanation. Μπορείς να μου το εξηγήσεις αυτό? Can you explain this to me? Next one is apo, which means from or away, away from. And so in English, for example, we have apology, which is the speech. Logos is the speech, and apo means from or away. So it's the speech from someone or the speech away from something. So apo together with meno gives you apomeno, to remain, to be left over. Apo often expresses also separation or completion of something. So apofasizo means to decide. Τι αποφάσισες να κάνεις, what do you decide to do? Apophagia are the leftovers in food, right? In the meaning of food, when the meal has been completed and then you have things still lying on the plates that have not been eaten. These are the apophagia, comes from apo and phagito, food, the food that is left over. Apolio means to fire or to dismiss an employee. Apolio, to loosen away this person. The next one is en, which means again in or within, but now this is the is more the direction inside, while the en is the being inside already. It's not directed, but it means containment, right? Being inside, contained inside something. And so you know this in English from energy, ergo is the work, so energy is the ability to have work inside of something, right? If the battery has energy in it, then it has the ability to do work. Or enthusiasm, where the enthusiasm comes from theos, God. So enthusiasm is to have a God inside of one to inspire one, right? So it's like having a little God inside, enthusiasm. And there is one little complication. When you have the en together with the gamma, then the ni becomes also a gamma. So when you say engrafo, you would not say engrafo, I write in, or I register or enroll, you would say engrafo, engrafo. So the ni becomes a gamma to make it easier to speak. And so engrafo means to enroll or to register for something. Πρέπει να εγγραφώ στο πανεπιστήμιο. I need to register at the university. Another great word is ενδιαφέρω, ενδιαφέρομαι, ενδιαφέρον, interest. Αυτό το βιβλίο με ενδιαφέρει πολύ. This book interests me a lot. And with this we are finished, and so the next time you see one of these prefixes, now you know what they mean, and you can often guess, or you can even make your own words. In the last video about this topic, we had this exercise where you were supposed to take any word that attach any prefix and create a word that does not exist, but which makes sense to you, and you can do it again. Just pick these prefixes and add them to any word, and then create a word of your own that you can guess what it means, and perhaps many people would understand what it means, although of course they would know this is a fake word, but this is the fun of it. You can just add these two words to make new meanings, or on the other hand, if you have a word that you don't understand, you can just separate the prefix, look at the prefix, look at the word, and then probably you will understand what it means. Okay, let's go have a little quiz, a few questions. You want to ask someone to describe their house. Which word do you use? Describe your house. Υπογράφω, περιγράφω, αναγράφω. Υπογράφω, περιγράφω, αναγράφω. And of course it is περιγράφω, describe, circumscribe, right? Literally, περιγράφω, around, right? Which prefix completes the verb meaning to sign a contract, to sign a paper? Is it υπογράφω, απογράφω, or προσγράφω? And of course this is υπογράφω. Which of the following is the correct word for register or enroll? Is it εγγράφω, εγγράφω, or εισγράφω? Εγγράφω, εγγράφω, or εισγράφω? And it is B, the second one, εγγράφω, because the ni becomes gamma if it's in front of a gamma. Which prefix means up, back, or again? Up, back, or again. Is it ana, is, or από? It is, of course, ana. To say I want to add sugar, you would use the verb prefix and then theto. So which one is it? Is it prostheto, peritheto, or ektheto? It is prostheto. Okay, and so with this we are finished. If you want to have the whole thing written down, go to my Substack, holidaygreek.substack.com. There you will find all these words. And that's it for the moment. I hope this was useful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.